First to the stage is Layla Gaynor. She's a spunky, sweet, energetic young girl who has changed the lives of everyone she meets. She is the founder of Project Sparkle On that does community service with her friends and shows the world that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can make a difference. Her organization has grown to over 10 states, with kids of all ages joining her national movement to make a difference in the small acts of good. She inspires those around her to be a better person and to be an impact in their community. Ladies and gentlemen, Layla Gaynor. Jalen Grace Myers is a special needs young girl who looks fine on the outside but needs tons of support, guidance, hands-on help with daily life skills. She cannot attend public school due to her medical issues. She's partially blind with daily seizures, autoimmune deficiencies, and suffers from shaken baby syndrome due to abuse. However, through all this, she remains positive and a loving child. She fights others that don't have the confidence to fight or a voice to speak the truth. She continues to grow and meet even more people, giving hope and strength, showing others that they can be anyone that they want to be as long as you believe. Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Grace Myers. Leanna Williams suffers daily from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This is a disease that weakens the connective tissues of the body. This causes her to pull muscles daily, break bones, tires, and wears out quickly. She never lets it stop her to do anything she wants to do. She puts everything she has into what she does. She is best described as dedicated and inspirational, and she never lets her disease define her. Ladies and gentlemen, Leanna Williams. Johanna Underhill was born to a domestic violence couple who turned to drugs, overtaking the care of her children or their children. When she was 3 years old, she was taken from her taking care of her younger brother. She made sure he was safe while she suffered from all kinds of abuse, including being locked into a closet for hours at a time. However, with all this, she has never let it define her. She has turned her drama into something she uses to help other foster children. Her love and goodness are the reason her mother has fostered 38 children and claims she cannot do without it. Johanna's love and passion. Elise Tucker is on the autistic spectrum. She finds it hard to follow directions because some things just don't click. However, she tries her best in spite of being bullied at school because of being different. She talks about the hurt that she feels, but always finds the good in something in the end. He is an example of some who can ward off the bad and see the good in everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Elise Tucker. Michaela Murphy is a vibrant 15-year-old who was diagnosed with autism spectrum 2 years ago. She is the victim of abuse and neglect suffering from PTSD and anxiety. She has looked at these obstacles and shrugged them off. She has pushed back and overcome many things to survive. She is a survivor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michaela Murphy. Cammie Bradshaw is a special young lady who has overcome so many obstacles in her life. She was born 10 weeks early, spending several months in NICU. It was found early that she had a condition called Dandy-Walker syndrome and hydrophilias, right? This condition is where she is missing part of her cerebrum, which controls her motor skills and learning abilities. She has had to endure 8 brain surgeries, having to shave half her head several times. Cammie has tried to stay positive and upbeat. Her motto is, "Chumps quit, I don't." Cammie's goal is to become a nurse to help other kids born just like her. Ladies and gentlemen, Cammie Bradshaw. Destiny Pounds doesn't have any physical or mental defects or illnesses, but she has the kind of courage that many of us wish we had. She had to raise her little brother when she was just a baby herself and taking care of her mother due to her addictions and her father who had his own demons he was fighting. She had to raise herself, and soon her life consisted of always looking behind her as CPS nipped at her heels. She became reserved, didn't speak much, and was on the verge of flunking school. However, she asked for help from the right people, and she has now graduated school and studying to become a nurse. She has had the courage to tell others her story and shows them to never give up on themselves. Use opportunities before you to show courage to those around you. Ladies and gentlemen, Destiny Pounds. Abigail Wachowski grew up with vision problems. At 15 years old, she was diagnosed with Stargardt's disease, meaning she is legally blind. She has started working with commissions for the blind to learn Braille. She also suffers from a long list of allergies, making her always carry an EpiPen just in case. However, through all this, she stands tall and always wants to put a smile on everyone's face. Abigail is determined to finish college in psychology in order to help others. Charles C. Cashmule. Dang it. Okay. I tried. That's why I said I wasn't going to say your last name. Ugh. Started having problems with her stomach after several tests. She learned she had pancreatitis at the age of 13. She started to suffer from depression and learned that it's okay to admit to others that it's okay not to be okay. She took it upon herself to see a counselor and was since given or has gotten involved with national suicide and mental awareness. She also involves herself in educating those about Crohn's and colitis through the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Chesley has been through a lot in her 26 years, but like the Energizer Bunny, she keeps going and doesn't let anyone stop her from living her fullest life. Ladies and gentlemen, Charleston. Misty Jackson has a loving heart, working to take care of people around her with disabilities, including her children in her profession. She helps to do the things that are more difficult for them during their daily life. She is selfless, thoughtful, and gives guidance to those all around her. Ladies and gentlemen, Misty Jackson. Leticia Lambert goes above and beyond the call of duty to make sure everyone is satisfied, happy, and safe. She shows great leadership and service as she inspires everyone she meets to feel important and special no matter what ailments they have. She has helped in her community and many others with her service and volunteerism. She serves as a volunteer firefighter, cadet mentor, American Women of Service, and the Challenge Academy for the at-risk youth. She has inspired people to keep going as far as they can until she can no longer hear the haters. Ladies and gentlemen, Leticia Lambert. Kelly Buckley is a pure soul with a beautiful heart that never stops giving to others. She has been dealt a rough hand with multiple breast cancer diagnoses and scares, autoimmune disease, and so much more. She is a fierce warrior who kicked cancer's butt. Big or small, Kelly has kept her head held high no matter what she has to face and endure. Her kind and gentle spirit is one that overflows and can be felt by all. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Buckley. Sally Loya is a survivor of domestic and sexual violence. Her tireless work to help improve the lives of other victims. She has volunteered with the State Coalition and has spoken at the 2020 legislation session in Wyoming to help change the state and local laws to help domestic violence survivors. She wants to show that other women that if you can survive this horrible violence, that they can too. Ladies and gentlemen, Sally. Claudia Scott is a survivor of breast cancer with one of the most aggressive treatment plans. She is constantly thinking of others and inspires each of them to reach for their dreams. She's the kind of coach that helps parents care for their children while they are in the hospital. She is currently mentoring a young lady to pursue her dreams of becoming a nurse, while even she is facing her own struggles and battles. She always has a kind word to her family and those around her, making as they are the most precious thing on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Claudia Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 15 inspirational finalists. Come on, ladies. Aren't they beautiful? Every single one is inspirational, are they not? In their own special way. Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Ladies, as I call your name, please step to the center of the stage to receive your crown. Destiny Pounds. These ladies are an inspirational princess and will be receiving their crown and sash this morning. Michaela Murphy. Abigail Wachowski. Charles C. Look, you know how many years has it been? 5, 6 for just the first name? And ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't realize, that was her mom that just crowned her. Johanna Underhill. Misty Jackson, please step forward. Leanna Williams. Kelly Buckley, it's your turn. Layla Gaynor. Sally, your turn. Claudia Scott, please step forward. Elise Tucker. Please help me congratulate and welcome your 2020 Pure International Humanitarian Queen, Leticia Lambert. You guys look pretty good shaking your hands there. It's a workout this morning, huh? Please help me congratulate and welcome your 2020 Pure International Overcomer Queen, Cammie Bradshaw. And your 2020 Pure International Inspirational Queen, Miss Jalen Myers. Jalen, step forward, baby girl. Ladies, please remain on the stage, as I would like to thank everyone for joining us this morning. However, pure wouldn't be pure without little surprises. We have one more special title that we would like to give. Her family uses the hashtag Love Makes Little Things Grow. While she is still just a baby, she is absolutely a fighter. She is feisty. She is a miracle. She was 10 weeks premature via emergency C-section. She was not breathing. She had to be resuscitated and was rushed to NICU, where she spent her first 2 months. She started on a CPAP machine, forcing oxygen into her undeveloped lungs. She was on a feeding tube as she was unable to eat on her own. She had respiratory distress syndrome and apnea of prematurity. Her heart rate would drop dangerously low and skyrocket while in NICU. She was only able to be touched 15 minutes every 3 hours. After 2 months, she was discharged from NICU, but her fight was not over. Overcoming the failure to thrive, she continues to fight every gained ounce. With the help of multiple therapists, she is steadily closing major gaps. She started cranial remodeling therapy and helmeting. Since then, she has worn a helmet for 23 hours a day. Taking it in stride, her family saw this as another opportunity to be able to educate about cranial remodeling and to make sure people know that there are many reasons a child might need to wear a helmet. Due to her prematurity, she has motor, speech, and cognitive delays. Her developmental pediatrician said in the beginning that the catch-up windows are 9 months, and while she isn't quite there, she is an inspiration and a shining example of how God still performs daily miracles. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our special, loving, and I just can't get through with it, pure international, inspirational baby princess, Eily Gukian. Mom's an inspiration too. She got here in a boot and with on an airplane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2020, Pure International Inspirational Princesses and Queens. Ladies, you may exit this stage.
First, we can't get started without announcing our 2019 Director of the Year Queen, Miss Ashley Fife. And she is our Rocky Mountain Plains Regional Director. You can keep applauding. Go for it, man. And she has done a great job this year. And we are very proud of her, and we appreciate all that she does. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Okay, so who's ready to get started with the competition? All right, then let's go. So we are going to start with director number 1, and that is Claudia Scott. Claudia is your Mid-Central Regional Director. She oversees Indiana, Washington, D.C., and Illinois. And Miss Claudia is a dance and cheer instructor. Miss Claudia. I get to ask you questions now. All right. Excuse me. What has been the most impactful moment for you as a director?
Well, seeing all the young ladies from 3 years old on up to 99 gain the confidence that they need to be able to stand on the stage, as well as gain the confidence to go out and speak about themselves, about Pure, and about what it means to make an impact in their community.
Okay. What inspires you to be a better leader?
As a leader, I feel that I need to learn from my clients, the people I coach, as well as my family. A leader is a servant. So first, I become a servant to become a good leader.
And last question, I promise. What do you think is the most important skill that a director should possess?
I think a director should possess tact. There are many times when I've had to bite my tongue and think of a different way to say something, be it good, bad, or indifferent. But having tact will help you as a person and help a director guide her directees as well as become a better director.
Thank you so much, Claudia. All right, director number 2 is Jessica McClung. Jessica is our West Virginia State Director. And Jessica is a nurse. All right, Miss Jessica. What has been the most impactful moment for you as a director?
I would have to say my most impactful moment as a director has been able to reach out to my fellow queens that are currently holding my state title and help them and lead them to be able to be here today. They have been an inspiration to me as much as I have been to them.
What inspires you to be a better leader?
What inspires me to be a better leader is the girls that I've got to watch grow up within this pageant system. My international queens, my national queens. Brittany Sayer is one of them. You can ask her. I've come to her with multiple questions of how to handle things. And those are the things that I look at as inspiration because you all inspire me to be a better person.
Thank you. And let me tell you, that's hard to do in West Virginia sometimes. Okay. And your last question. What do you think is the most important skill that a director should possess?
I believe the most important skill that a director should possess is humility. Know when you are wrong, apologize, and make up for it. Make sure that you stick to your word because that is actually what your queens look at as a leader. They want someone who knows that they make mistakes too as a human and that you will fix it.
Thank you very much, Jessica. And our last, but certainly not least, director is LaToya Shockey. Latoya is our Mid-South Regional Director. That's her director. She is over Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. Latoya is an educator. Hello, Latoya. Now I get to ask you questions. All right, so what has been the most impactful moment for you as a director?
The most impactful moment as a director is watching the natural state grow, watching the state of Arkansas grow. As you all know, and some of you may learn this today, I grew up in the pageant industry where there was no director. So as a director for the state of Arkansas and to watch Arkansas grow, that has been the most impactful thing that I have completed as a director. And just to see Arkansas come to the state pageant, come to the national pageant, and the international pageant and do such a wonderful job. Thank you.
Can I just say I love saying Arkansas? Just saying. I don't know why, but I like to say Arkansas. Anyway, what inspires you to be a better leader?
The one thing that inspires me to be a better leader are the young ladies who look up to me. I have 3 little cousins, Zari, Nana, and Faith, and they follow me everywhere, and they want to do everything that I do. So I always remember that there are 3 little people watching me, and I have to make sure that I am a positive representation for those little girls.
All right, and your final question. What do you think is the most important skill as a director that you should possess?
As a director, we must be optimistic. We must be optimistic because we have queens who are a nervous wreck sometimes. We have some queens who may not believe that they can actually get on this stage and accomplish things. We have queens who want to do so many things, and so many queens are focused on that one crown. But I want every queen to know today, and every director, I need you to be optimistic because Pure is not just about a crown, it's about a calling. And your calling may be in different areas within Pure. You may join the international staff, you may join the national staff, you may join your state staff, but no one understands that you have to be optimistic to be successful here at Pure International Pageants. Thank you.
You make me want to sing, be optimistic. That is your 3rd director, Miss Latoya. Thank you. Let's give all of our directors a big round of applause because being a director is not easy, and probably getting up here is even harder. Can we bring our lovely directors back on stage, please? All right, we'll go ahead and bring Miss Ashley out too. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? Okay, you'll get to hear me sing later. Enough of that. Who's ready? All right, so drum roll, please. Your 2020 Pure International Director of the Year Queen is Latoya Shockey. first walk as the 2020 Director of the Year Queen. Congratulations. Gotta love sash malfunctions. And I think you took lessons from me, because I think I've done that a few times.
Miss Pat knows this, and my queens know this, but you guys, this is my first time actually being at an international pageant as a director, because I would always have to leave for my queens, and I was always sacrificing my career. And I went out to apply for a new job, and I told my new supervisor, I said, I gotta go. I said, I have to go this year because I have to be there for my queens. And so when I said, directors, you have to be optimistic, I'm so serious when I say that, because like I said, it's not just about a crown, it's a calling. So you have to sacrifice these things. So just to be here and support my queens and my executive director, because I am a woman of my word, and I am just so thankful to God that I'm able to be here this year. And I just want everyone to know that no matter what is going on, always secure your happiness and secure your peace. And I know that with any job, guys, you know, you can make any amount of money, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to do for God, amen, right? So I thank you all, and I just wanted to share that with you all.
Good job. Now that's awesome. I don't even have words. Which is shocking, because I always have. But let's give all of our wonderful directors a big round of applause, and it is well deserved. That's what it's all about, guys. We want to thank you all for coming to the Director's Pageant and the Inspirational Pageants this morning.